Why do you always emphasize that projections are a critical part of due diligence in the franchise buying process? How do accurate projections impact the success of a franchise investment?
Well, you'd be surprised. So I talk to, I wear two hats. One is a franchise consultant. One is an SBA loan broker or consultant, whatever you want to call me. I help people get SBA financing. I'm not the lender. I help you navigate the process. So when I put my lending hat on and when I put my franchise consulting hat on, it blows my mind. I have other franchise brokers refer me their clients for the financing, and it's like I'm working through some right now, and they don't know how to they're like ready to sign the franchise agreement without understanding the projections, and it was interesting because like there was the same franchise and two different people completed the projections, and their projections were completely different. For the same franchise, two separate people. So the point is that I think people need to spend more time. And why is it important? Is because look, you're signing a 5 or 10 year franchise agreement that you're going to pay royalties, you're going to pay a franchise marketing, and you need to know this is one of the most important things. And so you need to know your numbers. These are questions you need to spend time with. So many people want to jump the gun and sign a franchise agreement. I think it's the wrong way to go. I think you should spend the time, invest the time when you're calling and validating. You're asking other owners, what are your costs? What are you averaging per whatever for service call? And what market are you in? And, what is your marketing spend each month? And what other service lines are, all these things. And that's why I think it's just really critical. And I see, just because I have both hats, I see a very, very, it's kind of a shame actually that most people don't really understand the value of putting together and taking the time for this, because I think that's how businesses fail, because you don't know your numbers. When I used to rehab houses, when I didn't get quotes and I didn't put together a line item budget, you know what happened? My $50,000 budget turned into a $100,000 budget. Why? Because I didn't really figure out. I didn't walk the property. I didn't measure. I didn't do any of that. I was just guessing, right? And that's what a lot of people do. It's sad to say. You think just because you're investing into a franchise that you're gonna have, and just because you looked at an FDD and the top line revenue is X and the margins are this, or whatever you figured out, it doesn't mean it's specific to your market. It's specific to your skill sets and all the things. That's why it's really important. So I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, because I think franchising is amazing. It brings in $700-800 billion a year globally, or in the GDP, 760 billion with a B. So it's a huge industry with everything that moves into it. But I think that there's 300 new franchises that come in per year. I heard this. I haven't verified it, and I heard there's about 300 that fail. Franchisors, right? So not every business is going to make it, and not. If you look at an FDD, you're going to see that, what's the retention rate of the franchise? Well, it's an 82% retention rate. Well, what happened to the other 18%? Or it's a 92. These are things should really explore. So that's what I would say. It's very important. Spend time on this. And even if you're overwhelmed, we had talked on a previous question that there's a lot of free resources too, and there's a lot of paid resources. And if you work with a good SBA loan broker, they'll help you as much as they can. They're not going to do the projections for you, but they can. If you want them done for you, you can definitely do that. But I would recommend you take the time and go through it, because you're going to feel a lot better. Go to bookwithbo.com. Great question. And let me know if you have any projection questions.
Hi guys, Bo Exian here. If you want to visit myterritorycheck.com to find out if the franchise we spoke about on the show, or maybe it's one you've investigated and you're trying to see if it's available in your market, you simply go to myterritorycheck.com and we'll do a quick search for you. You enter in your name, email, zip code, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible if that particular franchise is available. We'll also send other franchises similar to that if it's not available, so you can figure out what is available in your marketplace as you're diving into different franchise models. So go to myterritorycheck.com and we'll help you out as quickly as possible. See you soon.
Hey guys, Bo Exian here. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe to this channel. We talk all things financing. I've been in the lending industry for over 20 years. and I'm happy to answer your questions and provide great content. Hey guys, Bo Eckstein here.